Hi, I'm Martin and welcome to my YouTube channel. Hopefully you've been keeping well. Apologies for the video facing this way. I'm currently in my work uniform and obviously I like to be professional, and I also I don't want to be seen in my work uniform, and I really like where I work and I want to be respectful to my employer, and that I am not this in my uniform as well. As I think, and if obviously you do have opinions or say anything, you need to have separation there, just to be professional and to be competent, and that's really important. So this video today is going to be about, well, before I go on, it's like maybe it's a bit more beneficial because you get like a nice walk and you see a beautiful scenery whilst I talk to you. So this video today is going to be about a little bit of an update, what's been happening with me, where I'm at, where I'm at, and like what's been happening with me, and maybe talk about some subject matters I was talked a bit before. Made a video, but then I realised that you could see my uniform. And I was talking about not believing people. This is if you're going to be not going to achieve anything in life or amount to nothing, why it's really important not to believe in what they're saying. It's really important because it could have like a really negative impact. I mean, like, there is such a price that you'd pay for that, and it's not like, unmeasurable. And you can believe it and you feel it within yourself anyway. So that's why I'm going to make this video today. So a bit of a video update now. I've obviously completed my level 3 bookkeeping with AAT, which means now I'm a qualified bookkeeper. And now I have the membership with themselves. So this means that now I can, well, not I have, can, but I have. I've now registered with the membership with AATQB, which now means I'm under their body, and it means that I can use the designation letters after my name, AATQB, which means that I'm now a qualified bookkeeper, and I'm moving my way towards level 4 accounting, and I'm on my first level, which is drafting and interpreting results. About halfway through. I'm going to have to do a bit more further studies on the first half, and then move to the second half, and then I would have to then go through obviously revision mocks and then take the test, and then that one will be complete, and then to probably move on to my next unit, which will probably be business tax or personal tax. The reason being is because I'm doing that is because the tax one resets every year, and if I complete early, it gives me as much time to get the tax one sorted before obviously it resets. Obviously I don't expect myself to take that long time, but it's just about planning and preparing and being mindful and timing things right. But that's enough of that. So basically, earlier on in my life, I've had people tell me that I will amount to not very much. In life. And that's what basically said, they amount to not much. And that's why it's really important not to believe in what they say and not listen, because it has such a negative impact on you. Imagine if I listened to what they said. If I listened to what they said, I wouldn't have completed all my certifications, like my level 1, 2 and 3 bookkeeping, also my A levels, and obviously my GCSEs when I was in school. And you're going to get a lot of naysayers, and sometimes people just don't want the best for you, and some people say things out of blissful ignorance or arrogance, or they don't see your potential. And the point is that don't listen to that. Don't listen to that, and that's why it's so important not to listen, because that can really screw you up. Like, I mean, imagine that if you listen to that, you had such an ability, but you listened to and you believed and you were sold that you couldn't amount to much. Like, you don't know what you can lift. It's like early on in life, it's like you just don't know what the ability is and your capabilities. And at first you might not be even able to pick it up, and then like with time you get better techniques to do that thing. And this could be like the actual techniques, or like you get also build like resilience, or like handling certain situations and outcomes. And also you can learn from other aspects of life to draw from that aren't correlated to that, which makes that lifting easier. But if you listen to too much what people say that you can't amount to anything or do much, like it's just like it's such a waste of life. I haven't wasted so much fucking time from that. And literally for a second ago I did feel really uncomfortable. Someone was walking with their dogs. Something within me, I felt really uncomfortable. And yeah, but I acknowledge it and now I've got to work through it. It's a confidence thing. It is like really weird to talk to the camera like this, because if they feel like I'm weird, and that's within them, because I'm not harming them or talking anything controversial. I'm just talking about myself, wanting something better for myself and wanting better for other people. But then again, some people don't want better for other people. Maybe it's due for ignorance, and or maybe pure jealousy, and they don't want to see others do better because then it reminds them what they haven't done. And I'm going to have to come to the acceptance that that's going to be part of the game now. I will get that more now. Once I start coming out of my shell, and obviously I stop appearing to be, like neutral. But obviously once I I will start, you obviously get more backlash. But you don't want to be selling your soul either, if you know what I mean. But the doctor basically, or one of the doctors, just for an example, when I was really young, obviously with my mum, obviously my upbringing that I had, and this goes into the next thing I'm going to be talking about later. These blueberries, maybe, I don't want to eat them. I think my fiance said they're a different type of berry. There's a lot of lichen on it, so the air quality is really good. And we'll go back to that in a second, but I'll talk about another thing. The doctor basically said, obviously because I have like learning difficulties and like illness that I have, or was born with, unfortunately, I'm not bitching about it. It's a card I've dealt. It is what it is. Like, I can't, no point crying. Like, this is the hand I've been dealt, and now what do I do with it? It's like, I wish I didn't have it, but it ain't gonna stop me having it. Like, what do I do now to fix it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, with my studies, in my studies, like, other people would have found it a lot easier to progress through, and obviously to complete, than someone without the struggles that I have. But that isn't the case. I do have that, and I do have that struggle, so it doesn't matter. I have that struggle, so if I want it, I'm going to have to push through it. It is what it is. No point crying over it, because you ain't going to get it. Well, I won't get it. I'll never get anywhere. Oh, woe is me. Don't get you anywhere. It ain't fair. Life's unfair. It is what it is. But I managed to push through and push through, and I completed it. And there are people, not saying that I'm better than people with far more intelligence than me, far less than me, but I still managed to complete it with all the struggles that I have. Not saying that I am better than anyone else. It's about, if you want to get somewhere in life, you have to push through these perseverances and the struggles that you have, and also the day-to-day life runnings of life as well. Not just getting the certification done, just like the day-to-day life running. And obviously, if I had more income, I'd obviously be able to pay some people to complete my day-to-day life jobs, like just basic duties. But obviously, I'm not at that point at this moment in time. I might be, and hopefully, I'm going to be in the future. And obviously, at the moment, and that's what I'm saying, I've got to where I'm at. And obviously, there's so many struggles, but you have to push through and push for that. It's so worth it. I trust you. I promise you. It may not feel like it at the time, and there's days when you're not going to feel like it, and you don't know what to do, and you're like, what do I do? What do I do? Like, you just get a little bit closer, keep on pushing. No guarantees in life, but you're increasing the odds in your favour, and you will feel better with yourself. You may not feel like it at the time, and also the results may not pay off till later, or maybe the results have paid off, but you just don't see it yet. See, if I listened to this doctor all along, I would have never become like this. I would have just been like, I don't know, like staring at a wall or something. This is why it's so important not to listen to people. Not everyone knows what you're capable of and your abilities are. No one knows what your capabilities and your abilities. And now I'm about to start. I'm halfway through my first unit of accounting. The doctor would have said that would be never possible. And if I believed it, then it would have become true. What's that saying? If you believe you can't, it's true. And if you believe you can, it's true. Obviously, there's limits, ironically, which I just said where there isn't, but there is. I know my capabilities. I know I'm never going to be able to become like a brain surgeon or anything like that. Maybe if I put the ability and focus in, or maybe I won't want the pressure, but if you know what I mean, there are limits. But obviously, ironically, what I just said about limits, I don't know. But anyway, this is why it's so important to be very careful what you watch, what you're listening to, who you hang around, and obviously what people say. Obviously, once you start to do well, people don't like that. You're going to get criticised, and mocked and ridiculed, or made fun of, or judged. It's just pure jealousy and envy. And with myself, obviously, I like to make people happy. I don't like letting people down, or I don't know. Maybe it might be seen as a bit of a people pleaser. Maybe there's a bit of truth to that. Maybe there isn't. Maybe I'm just highly empathetic, or maybe it just needs a little bit of a course correction. But I am not going to be selling myself anymore now. At the detriment of my self-being, if you know what I mean, or myself. I hope you're really enjoying the view. You see, beforehand, true story, like this area, there was like a very worried no-go zone. When walking and filming, I wouldn't come to this actual part and walk and talk like this, because I knew I'd be bumping into people. And this is why it's so important to push yourself. And literally, I'm really having a really good time here. I'm not harming anyone or interfering with anyone, and I'm a really good time. And I hope that you are too. So moving forward, once I'll be now moving soon in with my fiance, because now we have our house. Decorating's ongoing and getting complete, and which will be really cool to live with my fiance. I'm really excited. I cannot wait. Really happy times. It's you see, if I believed all this all along, what the doctor said, not just the doctor, you know what I mean, but it was giving an example of a certain situation, so it doesn't become too abstract. But it isn't just with doctors, other people as well. It's going to be family, friends, or even worse, what you think other people, or even worse, what others think that they're thinking, meaning they're thinking this, but they're not, which isn't the case, because most people are thinking of their own struggles and worries. If you know what I mean, most I think we're too preoccupied what others think of ourselves in a self-absorbed way, or maybe not in a selfish way, but maybe we want to be conscientious, but maybe at a detriment to ourselves and our well-being. Maybe that's where that is a bit. But as I said, like, it's why it's so important to keep on pushing. Like, I'm not going to give up now, and I'm so much happier. I feel like I've grown so much more confidence in these last few days, the last month and weeks. I have to say, it felt so good completing the other levels. Looking forward to completing level 4. Ironically, when I just said I've just started it, but then afterwards I'm becoming like a chartered accountant. I'm going to go chartered afterwards. You see, amount to nothing. Like, and don't be all doom and gloom, or it could all be over. Like, oh, they got a better head start than me. Yeah, they may have. So what? Or maybe you're further ahead with them. You don't know. Maybe they think that they're further ahead, and really they're not. You don't know. And even if they are, what can you do about it? You're in that position. Like, you resenting or like thinking that they had it better or had it worse. Your current position doesn't get any better until you got to change your mind and your thinking. And it's really hard to do that because obviously your mind goes back to old ways very easily when stress happens, or like stress happens. It's very easy to go back to old ways and old thinking. And pathways have to be changed, and this takes effort and time. Like, I'm heading on my way back now. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have so far, then obviously please remember to subscribe, like and comment. I'll be making more content, and I'll be like sharing more of my life. I definitely don't want to become like an influencer. I want to be someone that seems to help people. Not sure how I'm going to do the channel yet, and even what way direction it's going to even go in. Oh. So yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, that's just sharing my story. If you can take away anything, just be so careful who you listen to. Like, there might be no truth to what they're saying, and obviously there might be some, and you obviously don't want a hopeless adventure. But it may be true that you can do it and just prove a doubters wrong. But it ain't going to be easy. Ain't going to be sunshine and roses. Like, getting to my level 3 complete, that was not an easy task, I have to say. Like, just going through life, the studies, and not having the time. There's a lot more to that than you actually realise, and more than you actually realise. Oh, it really stinks, mud. So yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, yeah, be hopeful and hopeful for your future. Like, the world is bright. What's the point of dwelling on the negative? Why do we always dwell on the negative? Why don't we focus more on the positive and the future, and what if the future could happen? Like, literally, my life will change so much now. Obviously, once I start getting an income, I'm not going to be selling myself short. I'm shortchanging myself. I'm going to charge a good rate, but I'm not going to be overcharging people. I'm going to offer value for money, but I'm not going to undervalue myself. I've put the work in, and obviously I'm going to charge around the market rate for a freelance bookkeeper in the UK, because I deserve it, because I've put the work and I've put the effort in. And there will be people, unfortunately, will become envious and jealous of that. But if they wanted to, if you know what I mean, if they put the effort in and actually wanted to, they could have what I could have. Maybe it wouldn't be done through bookkeeping, maybe it'd be a different vacation or a different trade. They wanted to go into trades, they could earn a similar rate to what I'm at, but they don't want to put the effort in, but they want to whine and bitch that it's unfair. And obviously you've got to remember is that you can't capitulate or shrink yourself down to that level just because you don't want to upset the group of people that you're around. Like, they should be happy for you and wish for the best for you, generally wish the best for you, and generally be happy for you. So obviously if you're going around being a dick, then fair enough, they have the right to call you out and call you being a dick. But if you're being conscientious and courteous and you're not being like an arrogant prick and like going through life, then they should generally wish the best for you. And if they're not, then why are they your friend? Are they really your friend or they are an enemy? But it's not about enemies, because like, you ain't got time to worry about that. You've got better things to worry about. High school's over, there's not a school playground anymore. We need to move forward and think about better things. And like, making these videos really lifts my spirit. And to be honest with you, eventually I will gonna have to change my job, because I know now that I have more of ability than my current role is. And obviously I've got a lot on at the moment. If maybe I was a single person, younger, and I wasn't about to move, obviously maybe I'll be looking for another position, or maybe this is some other program, and maybe some belief in myself. I don't have enough belief in myself, or maybe that's not true. Maybe it's just that there's not enough time of the day, or maybe there's some other missing information or something within me, or maybe it is the right path. Who knows? But all that matters is that I've gone in the right direction, and that good things are happening, better things are happening. So what if, what if, or this or that, everything seems going in the right direction. So obviously correct decisions or correct actions are being made, and that's why it's so vital to move forwards with that, making the correct actions. And like, yeah, and sadly it will be quite a lonely path. I realise that now, but it is worth it. I don't actually feel alone. Maybe that's some kind of program as well that would say it's like a lonely path. Maybe you're just around too many of the wrong people too much, and you think you're alone, and you're just hanging around with too many wrong groups. Maybe not, I don't know. But anyway, I really hope this video finds you well. All I hope is to take away this video is like, I just wanted to share like literally, I would have been amounted to nothing. Literally. I got like letters after my name, like a qualified bookkeeper. That's a serious job. I'm literally sorting out someone's bookwork for their business, dealing with complex tax and complex accounting. Like, not people that amount to nothing can't do that. And if you believe and you get sold, and you believe too much what they say and you don't believe in yourself. And this is where probably one of my biggest hangs up was like, not many people cheering me on. And then my environmental factors weren't pushing me, like always belittled and undermined or cheering me on. And obviously going back to the doctor's, like, if you get sold, or like they say you can't, and you believe it, then like don't believe it. Yeah, you're gonna be going against the grain now. It ain't gonna be much fun. It is what it is. It ain't all sunshine and roses. But if you push through, then this is the way how you become yourself. And like you self-actualize, and you don't let society dictate to you how it is. You get to, with enough actions, impose yourself healthily and make claim, this is who I am, and you'll be tested by the world, by consciousness or unconsciousness, and also programs within your head that you haven't fully figured out, which I'm still got to probably go through myself, and everyone's going to have to go through them, no escaping it. External programs within yourself, you will be tested and asked, and that's that will happen. That will happen, and that you will be questioned, and you will be tested to see if you crack, or do you fold, or do you hold firm in who you are. And at first, if you're new, you'll crack like I did. I cracked. I didn't make it, but I learned from it. It is what it is, and like move forward. Because like, as I said, like if some other people don't crack, they didn't crack. I could crack. I like cracking drugs, but well, the park. But cracking in like in the sense of like a test. Like, stop comparing yourself to others. Like, this is your path. Others may have it easier. Others may have it harder, or you may perceive they have it easier, and actually you have it easier than they do. But that thought never happens. It's always like, oh, they have it easier than me. Why don't you ever think like, oh yeah, they seem to have it harder, easier, but actually they have it harder, but I actually have it easier. It's always about I, very much, including myself. Like, if you stop playing the victim, and take accountability of yourself, even if it's unjust, like literally I can complain and bitch that I had such a hard life. I have my neurological learning difficulties. Like, other people had it so much easier than me, but if I whine and bitch, I wouldn't have been able to become who I am now. And I'm not like jaded and bitter and resentful, if you know what I mean. I'm joyous and upbeat, but I acknowledge the world for what it is. But I still find great joy, like walking around this beautiful scenery. Like, but if you get too hung up in the bitterness in life, it robs you from joy, happiness, and things. So that's the message I would leave with you. So if you have, please feel free to subscribe, like, and comment. And now I need to head back to work, and I'll see you all later. Take care.